everyone, my name is Lauryn Sitton. I am from Mary Baldwin University in Stanton, Virginia, and today I will be discussing the factors that increase infection rates of Cryptosporidium in cattle. So what is Cryptosporidium? Cryptosporidium is a parasitic waterborne protist. It causes diarrhea, lethargy, growth defects, and even death in many animals, including humans. It is found in countries worldwide. It was first discovered in 1907, but it wasn't until the 1970s that scientists said, hey, this can cause diarrhea and even death. We should probably pay attention. And you'll see a picture of Cryptosporidium slides that are stained on the slide here. And here, here, and here, those are their oocysts. There are currently 42 identified species, but this field is growing exponentially. There are likely more to be discovered in the next couple of years. There are 4 main species that affect cattle and 2 main species that affect humans. I want to note this C. parvum. It affects both humans and cattle and is of main interest for scientists due to its detrimental effects. So let's talk about the life cycle of Cryptosporidium. Cryptosporidium does infect host. I'm going to use an individual cow as an example here. And I'm going to step away from the microphone, so if you can't hear me, let me know. You'll see here, this is where the oocyst is injected by the cow. It then, inside of the cow, it affects the epithelial cells of the respiratory and digestive tracts. It'll start reproducing asexually in these tracts and affect more epithelial cells within the same host. It'll then go through sexual reproduction, and it'll either affect, once again, the same host, or it will exit the individual and infect others. So who cares? Well, the Cryptosporidium are found in water, so most individuals are affected by contaminated water. It is the common cause of waterborne disease amongst humans in the US, and it's the leading cause of scours in cattle. If you don't know what scours are, scours is basically Cryptosporidium causes diarrhea, the diarrhea causes dehydration, and the dehydration causes death. This is extremely important to know and try to mitigate in the cattle industry. It is also the second major cause of severe diarrhea in children under 5. The same thing happens. This diarrhea can lead to dehydration and can end up killing them. So far, there has been some research done on Cryptosporidium with other protists, such as Leptosporidium and Giardia, as they're all aquatic protists that live in similar environments and affect similar hosts. We have studied Cryptosporidium in human feces. We have studied Cryptosporidium in cow feces and in water sources. But what we haven't done yet is study it in cow feces based on what type of water source they have access to. So this leads me on to my project. I sampled 8 different farms in the Stanton-Augusta region in Virginia for a total of 78 samples. You'll see here the orange stars are all the farms I was able to collect from. So going into this, I had to create a couple of predictions. So my first hypothesis was that cattle with access to creeks will have higher infection rates due to the fact they're able to walk in that creek, deposit fecal matter, and their friend over here can drink right from it. I was able to sample creeks and troughs, so those are the main water sources we'll be looking at today. I also predicted and counted age, so I predicted that calves, or cows under 6 months old, would have higher infection rates due to weaker immune systems. And then finally, I studied gender as well. I predicted that it wouldn't have any effect as there was no previous research. And I want to give you an example. You can see up here, this is a calf, and down here, this is an example of a trough. So in order to do this, I had to collect fecal matter. And where do you find that? The farm. So on the farm, I reached out to my local farmers, and I would collect what type of water source they had, the breed of cattle, and the history of the farm. So whether it had been a cow farm for a long time, whether it used to be a parking garage, all this was important. You'll see an example here. This is a creek. You can see there's a cow peeking through the tree.